Hello all, I'm Sai and you're watching The Book Dragon. In today's video, I'm bringing to you some of my favorite characters from few of the series that I've entirely read. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. I have actually chosen 4 different book series for this video, and of these series I've read all the books that are out till now, and these are not characters that are like my top 5 or top 10. I've made sure that I've chosen at least 5 characters from each and every series. If I have to make top 10 and top 5 series, it will take a bit of time because I'll have to analyze and then do them, and I'm sure that I'll be doing them in the future. So the 4 series that I've chosen for today's video are: first one, the Harry Potter series; the next one is the Mortal Instruments series; the third one is the Grishaverse series; and the fourth one is the Game of Thrones series, which is the Song of Ice and Fire. So without any further ado, let's just get into the characters. First series is the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. My most favorite of all the characters in this series is Albus Dumbledore, because he's brilliant in every sense. Okay, he's a character who is so cool. He's every time Dumbledore comes in a scene, he makes his presence felt. That's the best thing about him. And he's also such a mastermind, guys. He does scheming in the best way. Okay, in the in the Harry Potter series, he is the person who does the perfect amount of scheming, and he actually executes each and everything. He executes everything to such an extent that he actually does his death happen in the series. That's the best thing about Dumbledore, and that's one of the reasons why he's my most favorite of all the characters. The next one is Hermione Granger. Now, the best thing about Hermione is her intelligence rather than anything else. Apart from just being intelligent, she's also a very, very brave woman. That's the best thing. Okay, there are like multiple people. Even the main character Harry Potter, he would not have survived without Hermione in the presence. I'm sure that if there's no Hermione, there's no Harry Potter series at all, because he would have died in the first book itself without Hermione. And there's no way ever that people can make through certain difficulties or dangers in the series without the help of Hermione being there. Next favorite is Remus Lupin. He's the coolest and the best defense against the dark arts teacher, because he actually teaches students how to defend themselves from the dark arts, especially the Boggart scene from the book as well as the movie. That is one of the best defense against the dark arts class scenes ever that have been shown throughout the series. And he's such a moral character, guys. He's like the slice of a life kind of character. He's a really good person, but a really terrible thing has happened to him, but it has not changed his character in any way. That's the main thing about Lupin, and I just love him for that itself. The next one is Lily Potter. Now, I don't like James Potter as much because he was just a simple bully while he was in school, but Lily, she has been kind and forgiving, and she's been loving throughout. Okay, that's actually reflected as such in Harry. It's so better that Harry has the appearance of his father but the qualities of his mother. That's the best thing about the series, and I would have loved to see a lot more portions of the book showing or featuring Lily Potter, because she was such a great character. The next one is Luna Lovegood, who's the wonderful weirdo. Okay, I just love her presence throughout the series. She's just present in the last 3 books of the series, but she is great, guys. She has this different attitude towards everything that happens in her life. She's so positive. She tries to relieve the tension in each sense that is possible. She's so kind to each and every creature. That's the best thing. She's so down to earth. She speaks with everyone. Even though she is shown as a weirdo throughout the book, she's the best character when it comes to the friends group. Next one is actually Peeves. If you have just watched the movies, you wouldn't know who Peeves is. Peeves is actually the poltergeist, and he just makes the most mischief throughout the series. If you watch the movies, you might think that Fred and George Weasley are the only persons who actually do a lot of mischief and great they create certain hilarious moments, but Peeves is like 10 times multiplied Fred and George, because he's such a character, and it's a great shame that they didn't put him in the movies. He's such a good, cool ghost character whom you will like if you end up reading the books. The last one is like the cutest of all the characters ever present inside the Harry Potter universe, and I'm sure that you will not at all disagree with me when I mention this character, and it is Dobby, the house elf. Okay, Dobby is free. That's the best thing. Okay, I just love Dobby. Who doesn't love Dobby? Okay, his appearance, the way he speaks, the way he expresses his gratitude towards Harry, how he tries to persuade other house elves to persevere freedom and actually embrace their freedom. That's so great. I just love Dobby as a whole, because he's such a cute little muffin kind of a character. Next, moving on to the Mortal Instruments series, my most favorite of all the characters in this series is Simon, because the things that Simon undergoes, it is so natural in every sense. Okay, he starts up as a friend, he develops as a love interest, gets his heart broken, he technically dies, he technically gets resurrected. I think his is the craziest transformation throughout the series. He starts being human and hence being human as well, but there are a lot of things which happen in between, and the best part is that there's a great probability that everything that happened in this 1 year in Simon's life are just things which he might entirely forget in his life. But I like the way in which the series ended, and that made him my most favorite character in the series. The next character is Isabel Lightwood. Now, Isabel is, how to say, she's just the spunky heroine character. Okay, if you ask me, Isabel has much more capability of being the actual female lead of the series rather than Clary, because Isabel is great. She doesn't take crap from everyone. When she speaks, she makes it count. That's the best part, and she's so good. Okay, she's good in appearance, she's good in skills, she is great with her whip, she just lashes creatures, she kills demons. That's the kind of girl who has to be written in series, and please do write more characters like her because she's just awesome. The next one is Magnus Bane. Now, Magnus is the oldest character in the crew. He is like nearly 400 to 500 years old, being a warlock, and he's the sassiest of all. Okay, he speaks sarcasm just like Chandler. Okay, even during the time that he's going to die during the end of the book, he speaks fluent sarcasm even then, and he's just great, guys. He's just a fun character to read about. If you want to get some just fun, okay, throughout fun, even during very dangerous situations, then you have to read who Magnus Bane is. The next favorite character is Raphael, who's the, how to say, he's like the vampire chief of the clan in New York, and how he schemes stuff and how he makes everything that is actually favorable for him, and how he protects the clan also as a whole. He is a vampire, but he does not try to shy away from it in any way. He embraces the fact that he's a vampire, and he tries to control and direct each and every person in his crew in the proper way. He doesn't want them to diverge and just go as like maniacs. He wants them to be disciplined. That's the best thing that I liked about Raphael. Even though he's so ambitious, I just like him a lot. The last main character whom I like the most in the Mortal Instruments series is Brother Zachariah, who is the silent brother. Okay, just from the name itself you can understand. Brother Zachariah doesn't talk at all for the first 5 books in the series. It is the second half of the last book in which we actually see him speaking on page, because silent brothers have their mouths stitched, their eyes hollow. Okay, he is not like a normal person. They just communicate telepathically to everyone. There is this voice of silence that the silent brothers has, and that was like so true, and it was elegantly portrayed by Brother Zachariah's character throughout the series. Next, moving on to the Grishaverse series by Leigh Bardugo. This has like a multitude of series set within the same universe. I've read like the first 2 series and the first book in the next duology, which is King of Scars duology of Nikolai. The first one is the Grisha trilogy featuring Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm, and Rune Rising, and the next one is the series of Six of Crows in Crooked Kingdom, and the next one is King of Scars. The second book is not yet up now. The title is also not yet out, but I have multiple characters within this one which are my favorites. First, focusing on the main series, my most favorite of all is Nikolai Lanzau, who's the crown prince of Ravka. He's just sassy. He's the best person. Okay, how to say? He's so funny. He's so intelligent. He's so scheming. I just like when characters can scheme in the best way, and he's one of the best characters that is so young, and yet he can scheme things of a great stance in the proper way. How he manipulates his parents who are not good at all. How he overthrows his brother who is like unworthy. That's just best, and I just love him for that. The next few characters are in the series, which I'm going to tell all of them together. The next one is Jenya, who's like the tailor. She has this ability to change the appearance of people in a scientific way. She's just the best in the court of the, how to say, Grisha in this books, and the character arc of Jenya is just great. Then Zoya, she's like a female version of Nikolai. She's just straightforward. She doesn't take crap from anyone. She's so elegantly beautiful. She's the most beautiful character that is described throughout the books, and she's great in every sense. Actually, she's spoken more of than Nikolai in the Nikolai duology. And the next one is the twins, the brother and sister twins, who are Tolia and Tamar. They are like so different from each other. The brother is so tall, he's almost like a giant, and Tamar is like a normal girl, and they are queer, and it is so excellent. I just like their siblingship. And the most favorite of all the characters from the original duology of mine after Nikolai is the villain, who's the Darkling. If you read the Darkling, if you have ever read about the Darkling, I'm sure that you will love him too, because he's so real. Okay, he's a person who you can actually see as a villain in real life, and how the extent to how he is bad. That's the best thing about the Darkling. I just love him for that. He also schemes things. He just schemes them in the best way, guys. And when it comes to the Six of Crows duology, my most favorite is Nina, because she's also sassy again. Okay, she's the best pair for Nikolai if you ask me. And apart from her, I like Jesper and also all the Six Crows because they are good. But Nina is my most favorite, Jesper is my next favorite, and Inej is my third next favorite, I can say, because they stand out in a different level for me. The last series that I'm going to speak about in this video is the Song of Ice and Fire series, or the Game of Thrones series by George R.R. Martin. If you've been watching my videos, you definitely know this. My most favorite character in the series is Daenerys Targaryen. She is the mother of dragons, breaker of chains, unburnt. There's a lot we can say about her. I'll try to memorize all her titles, and I will tell that in a video for sure in the future. I'm sure that I'll be doing that. She's my most favorite. I just love her. Okay, she's like the best. She's the dragon's daughter. She's the one who's worthy of the crown, yet she was killed in cold blood. I just hate Jon effing Snow for that, because he's such a B-word. And the next most favorite character of mine is Tyrion Lannister. He's also so great in the scheming sense. He's so intellectual. The lines of Tyrion Lannister that have been sprinkled throughout the 5 books that are out till now, they are great. The best one being a brain needs books as a sword needs a whetstone. That's just great. It's so simple, but it makes great sense. I like Tyrion for that. He's a person who's not that much liked by his family, but he just proves to be worthy whatsoever happens to him. The next one is Cersei. She's like the best villain. Okay, I think even the Darkling will not be able to survive Cersei despite his power of the darkness, because she can just kill you. She can kill you, and she can just drink wine watching you die slowly. Okay, she's such a brutal character. She's great. Okay, I'm sure that if Cersei had killed Dany, I would have accepted it, because they both are so equally powerful characters, and seeing them being killed off in such creepy, like worthless ways, it was so annoying to watch in the shows. I hope that they are made justice in the books. She was like one of my best characters. And the next one is Arya Stark. Who doesn't like Arya, right? She's the best. She by the end of the series, if you know what she does, if you know, I don't want to spoil that. And Ned Stark, he's like the most vanilla character throughout the series, and all of us wanted Ned Stark to live more, so we know that he was going to die pretty soon, and that's it. And these are the main characters which I like from the Game of Thrones or A Song of Ice and Fire series. That's all for today, and if you did enjoy watching today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also share it to your friends. And also don't forget to comment your favorite characters in the comment section below. Let's see if we match in any sense. That's all for today. If you want to get more content from me, do subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.